Terry, moving on. I haven't fact-checked this because I don't care. It's too funny to prove incorrect. The West Tigers, the Parramatta Eels, supposedly, according to a few people on Twitter or /X, have said that, well, they can't make the finals. What are your thoughts?
Well, let's give that a quick check. Both teams are due a bye, which would take them to 14 points. And then 11 games is 22 points. That's if they won all of them. So the minimum they can both finish on is 36. Probably gets you into the finals. But look, I'll say this now: neither Parramatta nor the West Tigers are playing finals football this year. That's just straight up.
If I'd said that in the pre-season, that neither the Tigers nor the Eels would be there, what are you telling me?
I actually had Parramatta outside the top 8 this year for Newcastle, and you convinced me otherwise that we were to pick Parramatta. But in my ladder predictor that I did not have the Eels inside the top 8 because it's essentially the same team as last year, and you knew Brad Arthur was under enormous pressure. If you'd listened to us in the pre-season, I was banging on that he'd be the first coach sacked. Second coach. I picked Demetrio as one, Arthur number 2. If you had the West Tigers in your top 8 at the beginning of the season, please slide into my DMs, anywhere, Facebook, Twitter, wherever, Instagram, and I'll send you the number to a great therapist. Parramatta I could have heard a case for. I'm not here nor there on them. But the Tigers, mate. Even next year, probably the year... I know they're getting Jerome Luai next year. It's not enough. I reckon you're probably looking at 26-27 that the West Tigers will rear their head into contention for a final spot.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. We were both pretty negative on the Tigers. Surprise, surprise, we were far from the only ones. I'm shocked that Parramatta are sitting what is realistically last, only getting flogged by the West. The Tigers getting flogged by the Roosters kept them off the bottom of the table officially. But in terms of... This is where power rankings come in, Terry. I know they're your favourites. But you can't tell me those things are the same. Parramatta were expected. I still maintain they have a team very capable of making the top 8. Not now. They're gone as far as I'm concerned. But in the pre-season, whereas the Tigers were more likely, just avoid the spoon and let's consolidate for years coming up, blood some youngsters, etc., etc. I, at no point... Like when they beat us a couple of weeks ago, I thought, oh, okay, here you go Parramatta. Then I thought, no, Cronulla have no Nico, they have no McInnes. They're playing on a Thursday night. They've been up, they're due a loss. They just walked into an ambush. If we play them this weekend, I reckon we beat them. Mitch Moses had well, maybe not. Both teams suck. Mitch Moses had the week of all weeks. He was put in the perfect 10 performance for the Blues, and he was about a 9.5 for Parramatta. In the last set, when the game on the line, Mitch Moses touched the ball 0 times and had no issues letting his team know about it. That is why Parramatta cannot win. It cannot make the 8. I don't care if it's official or not. I'm marking right now, it's official for me.
The other reason why they can't make the top 8 is they've conceded 438 points. They are the only team in the competition that has cracked 400 against them. Not even the Bunnies' diabolical start to the year or the Tigers who have copped 50 piece, I think. Yeah. A couple of times, maybe.